Yeah, I like
Just
it.
difficult.
From what I've seen.
Sure.
Cuddle up. So yeah, man. Last episode. Last week.
You miss me?
What I actually found out is science, bitches. Is that when you're like starting to lack sleep, like there's whatever chemicals are going on in your brain, is it actually triggers something that makes you more creative?
Really?
What, imagine?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
like,
I already found that like myself. I was just like, I do like way better shit at like 3 in the morning.
yeah, a lot
I
of
think
artists
you're
like
doubting yourself.
Marilyn Manson
Less
purposely
filters?
goes like without sleep for like 3 days or a week just to like so he
That's
starts writing
pushing
really
it.
fucked up.
Like when you're
His
just
book
over a
is
long
really
period of time, when
good,
you're
though.
sleep deprived, you're less cognitive, less creative, less everything.
Less
So
logical.
it's better to less everything. Yeah, less logical.
Logical's not
Unlike sleep. So I think it's better to get good sleep regularly, and then every now and then, when you're in the zone, push it and have that extra late night. Because like for me too, my cycle when I get into the zone is like 9 o'clock till about like 2 o'clock, and it's like if it's going well, just push it. and
I'm
get
a
stuff done.
natural like night person though.
Yeah.
Like
I think a lot of
I
artists are.
never want to go to sleep, and then once I do, I cannot wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
No.
It
That's the worst
fucking
thing.
sucks. I've been like that since I was like 8.
Yeah, I've
It's like
always
my
had like
sister.
sleeping problems.
Mm.
Insomniac proper. All right, guys, it's the last episode.
Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yep.
I feel like I'm being cheated here. It's like my first time.
Well, you guys can do it without me.
I don't think we can, though.
It's just us hanging in our heads.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Good morning.
Oh, remember?
I
We,
miss
yeah, we talked
Wayne.
about that. Like the last one being just people sleeping. We can do that for like. The
Oh
next
yeah,
one.
we did talk about that.
See, Wayne will go, and then the animation will be stick figures because I drew them.
So yeah, it was funny because like when I was doing that like little speech thing, I was telling Dan about this where I was just like, I was pretty like cool about it, but like right at the end there, I got like this like thing in my throat where it was just like.
Yeah.
Oh,
It came from the heart.
Yeah, I
Public
guess.
speaking
Shocked.
makes my heart like pound. Like it feels like my sternum's gonna break, even if I'm like comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
it's just
weird.
you think
Sometimes
about
sweaty hands,
thinking
too.
about it too much, and it comes up. Even if there's no reason to be nervous, like okay, now's the time to go. Oh crap, this is a big deal, even though it should be. And then
Oh, like if I have to do it here, it'll do the same thing. My heart will,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't know why. Like everyone here is awesome. I've
Yeah.
like fucking 3 beers.
So that's the thing, like, and like you'll kind of get better at that when you're here because it's kind of like just like now, right? We're just talking with a group, and
Yeah.
it's just a bigger group when you're addressing 100 of us. But
Yeah.
I don't think it was because of
hate being
that.
center of
I think it was
attention.
just always kind of
The content.
yeah, because like it is a bit, you know, I'm gonna miss this place and the job and everyone and stuff, but it's weird because it's like that mixed with the excitement and happiness of like going back and stuff. So like I'm just like a complete jumble of mixed
In a glass
emotions right
case.
now.
Glass case of emotion.
Wait, how long do you work for Icon?
About a good like year and a half. I started in like August 2 years ago. Well, August,
Well,
not last year, but the year
If
before
you
that.
find
Feels like
any
forever.
other job openings in Vancouver, I'm your favorite.
This
I
one,
think-
Chris,
I think
no
I-
room.
I think I stole Chris's spot. That name.
No, that's usually
I
Calvin's.
sit wherever you make a slot.
Oh, I was gonna be like, where'd you get that?
It's empty.
So no, we're not allowed to bring beer. No, that sucks. Because I was planning, because I didn't think
Yeah.
that they were gonna put any out this week. So I was
Why?
gonna go because we had the second like card last week,
Let's go.
and
Oh. I
even,
was surprised that they said no, just because it's kind of like work's done, so it's kind of like do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's changing, right? It's getting bigger, and the rules are getting stricter and stuff. So it's I
Harder
don't
to
know.
manage more people.
Yeah, exactly. With
Yeah,
the
that's it.
like from, it's understandable from their point of view because like more people means more risk of an event, whereas if it's just
Yeah.
like 30 solid people or something, like
Yeah.
You know what it used to be
Or
like.
he
Yeah,
said to
I
me
can see
when he
that.
was like, yeah, he's like, it's so strict now compared to before. I was like, this is fucking strict.
Yeah.
It has
You guys
changed.
have no
I've noticed,
idea.
I've noticed that it's changed.
What kind of a Mad Max environment was it before? Like,
Exactly, and like it was even the same.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, it was even the same sort of talk when I came in, like just a year and a half ago, and everyone was just like, "Oh man, it's so strict these days," and there was just like, you hear stories and stuff about, I don't know, just all the crazy shit. Like it used to just be like a frat house in here, but I don't know. It's always that thing where you come in seems good, right? But then if it changes, nobody likes change. So
But it's still like, I don't know, being new and coming from a job I hated so much, anything is still so much better. Like,
yeah,
actually,
I
they
think
should
I
start a
can
plan at
attest to
ICOM
that,
in
too.
which they force employees to go work at a grocery store again.
Oh, yeah.
See
For
what
a
it's like.
month, just to remind everybody actually
Yeah.
kind of what
How
a
good
great
it is.
environment
I don't
and how
think-
lucky
Exactly.
we
No
No
are.
matter
grass is
how
always greener
big
on the other side,
ICOM
right?
gets,
Appreciate where you are.
Yeah.
I don't think this will ever be a company that it like sucks to go to work ever.
No.
yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Even if there's like
Yeah, it's a
1,000
pretty unique
people.
company. I've definitely never experienced anything quite like this.
because, yeah, you
I
get,
have.
like,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
But at the same time, that's ICOM, the sort of deterioration of the culture is a lot more gradual here. And like you say, I don't think it's ever going to get like really
Flat
bad
out, yeah.
or anything. But like one of my video game companies I worked for was just like, it changed within 6 months from being cool to like,
Really? What have you noticed culture-wise here that's changed?
well, just like I said, where it gets bigger, right? Like it gets stricter, and having owned the company and stuff, like I know the reasons behind that and how unavoidable it is. And that's like something. Whenever I have a chat with Greg, I always tell him that I'm like really proud of what he's achieved here and like not only what he's achieved, but what he's managed to maintain. So it's pretty amazing, and like even if it's getting a little bit stricter, like you guys say, it's like still pretty good. You can't fucking complain about working.
And it's understandable. Like with more people, you're gonna
Yeah,
have
more
to
people.
Yeah.
put
More
rules
liability.
and like you're gonna.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
gonna
last
be
place I
some-
worked at, they'd have beer Fridays and everything. And it used to be, everyone had like 2 beers or something. But it was always the culture there sucked, and you almost didn't want to stick around. Like I felt like that I had to stay to have a beer with everybody.
To pretend that you have a culture, kind
that was
of
For
thing?
networking?
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Right? It
but
was
you
like
didn't actually want
10
to do
That's
people.
so awkward.
It was so
Yeah.
awkward. 'Cause I'm like, man, like I kind of want to go. Like I got things that I got to do. Like it was way in the south. I'm like,
You guys are lame.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, man, if I leave early, I know that all these guys are gonna think, I don't know, that I'm a dick.
Oh, we're not good
Have a
enough for
beer
fun.
with them or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I'm just kind of wasting
Either
time.
that or they're
Like, I
all
sit there-
thinking like, fuck, we can do that?
Yeah, I feel like a good culture would be something that you don't actually have to try for. It's just you end up going like, oh shit, I've been here for an hour later than I was supposed to because you were having fun. You were
Yeah.
lost it all
Yeah.
and enjoying
Which
it.
has happened
exactly.
many
Yeah.
times.
And I think
Yeah.
it depends on like your hiring strategy and the type of people you hire. I think
Yeah,
has a
people that
lot
mesh
to do
well
with it.
with
Because I'd
one another.
imagine the
Yeah.
place that you were working at, it was probably hiring a kind of certain type of person.
Well, yeah, we did
Idiots.
the
Yeah.
we did the group
well, not me,
interviews.
but everyone
Right.
else.
Of course, of course.
Oh. But I mean, like, the type of person that they seem to be looking for to work here is definitely a interesting person.
Yeah, well, it took them like 6 months to find a new HR person because that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a pretty.
Oh yeah, I guess
That's
so.
a keystone,
They're kind of the
like,
crux of the company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be.
It is.
You got to find the right person for that job, especially in this place.
Well, especially if you want to continue that culture and have it grow farther on, right? You hire the wrong person, and I don't know. I heard stories about the previous HR person, and it was brutal. Apparently, like this person was like Hitler.
You're thinking of the previous one.
Maybe the previous
Right?
previous.
Yeah, Jen was brutal. Where like she would make us do fucked up like keg
Push-ups?
stands.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say Jen was awesome.
Yeah, no, she was awesome, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm like
Okay,
saying
yeah.
it in a weird way, where it's just like she was sort of advocate of our culture.
Before that.
Yeah.
She would make us do shit.
Yeah, which I felt was good to promote the culture.
Like I always
Yeah.
remember one video
Was
from
she
that.
the one that sucked at HR but fit in really good?
Yeah, I guess.
And then, yeah, because that's how
Probably
that's how
wants to
Jared
see
decided.
stuff
He
on
was
the
like,
video.
we had one HR girl who was good at HR, but everyone hated
Not
her,
personal.
and they were like, people were like going to Greg, like, man, like she is ruining the company, like she needs to go.
Oh, man.
And then the next girl fit in really good, but didn't know anything about HR.
Yeah, I remember seeing one video from that field party in the back of the school bus with the keg stand, and like
That was my
everyone was
video.
wasted. Yeah,
it's
and she
on
was
my
like,
phone.
you just see Jen, and she's like got this crazy look at her eyes. She's like, "You get the fuck over here and do a keg stand." We were just like, "Whoa, shit!"
Too much.
Yeah,
She was
like,
aggressive. Pouring drinks in the back.
She took part in that Fight Club night as well.
Yeah.
What? Fight Club night?
Yeah, I think maybe it was when we got back from that or something.
was.
We all
It
started
was.
fighting.
Yeah, it was the same night.
it was us, wasn't it? You started fighting me, and then she attacked me, and then Heather.
It was play fighting though, like,
Yeah.
like obviously, like
It was funny because there was
Otherwise,
like
Cody would
Fight
have
Club.
destroyed you.
Yeah.
the aftermath is there was like the coffee table was pushed to the side. There was pretzels like all over the floor, and there was like broken beads because like Jen's necklace.
Oh no,
broke
my
or something.
necklace broke.
Was it yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. And there's just like beads scattered everywhere.
And then blood
Yeah.
started.
Then we came to work on Monday and it was the same.
Oh god. Yeah, we stopped
That's
it
a
when
good
I was like wrestling with this girl Heather, and she just like she had nails.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, people were just like, "Man, you're bleeding." I was like, "Oh my god!" It was like
You were
so
bleeding
much
good.
blood was coming out. Yeah, it was
like,
crazy.
holy shit.
They're like, "Oh, maybe we should stop this and just have a few more drinks." I think we did.
anyway, on that
I have some
bombshell.
beer on it.
I'm sorry, I gotta take off. I'd love to stay here.
That's
But
right. Thanks for showing up.
Thanks a lot. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks. Good
Working
idea
for
for.
For you? I was working for you, with you.
Shit, no, good idea.
Thanks
Getting
for
everyone
having me out.
together and everything. It's been good. And we'll,
Yeah. Well, you guys should, do things like this when I'm not here.
We should do
Yeah.
table
You're
talk.
kind of another
Yeah.
major culture point. I feel like the culture's gonna suffer when you leave.
No, man, we're not gonna have a DJ.
I know.
You're
Yeah.
a DJ.
I'll
and-
step
There
up.
was nothing on the
Thanks a lot,
fucking
guys.
wall today. I was
See
like,
you, man.
shit, Wayne.
I know. Well, like,
Have fun at Death Bridge.
Later.
Oh,
Meth Bridge.
yeah, I've been
That's
like,
a new one.
I try and just keep it low in my I don't want to get in shit or cause too much noise in my last week or whatever.
Good
Yeah, dude, I gotta
reference.
go too. I gotta finish the lesson.
Yeah, you
I
guys
didn't
are
realize
under a
it was
lot of
5
shit, right?
o'clock
Just
here.
dropping like flies.
See you on Monday. it's not quite the final goodbye just yet.
See you later.
We should pretend it is just for the camera. Yeah, that's true.
See you guys.
Later.
That was hilarious. Like last week, when he,
God damn it.
He bailed out and hit the bar, and it was man.
I would be
was
in the
laughing
lead
so hard.
every fucking race, and then right at the end, something stupid would happen.
And
And then there's one, I was like, I finally fucking won! And I bailed out, and my guy went, over the finish line, and he hit, the bar.
yeah, broke his
So I,
back on,
did it,
the
I
bar.
came in last, because he, flipped over and, hit his back, and just, lying there,
Meantime, I'm driving underneath him, nah!
Yeah.
Wait, what are you guys
He got
talking
so
about?
mad he jumped
That
up and
dirt
threw his
video
hat
game.
on the
Oh,
Yeah. They're actually playing video games and jumping and breaking their backs.
awesome. Good recovery, though.
Yeah, so I want to see, I'm going to see if it's okay to do another Gears night next Friday because it's post-judgment release.
Yeah.
Is that out soon?
Next
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday's everything, man. There's tons of shit coming out Tuesday.
Everything, all games
It's
only
The
come out on
Hobbit.
Tuesdays, and movies.
The new.
Don't people know
This
this?
is gonna sound lame, but the new Justin Timberlake album. It's a
No, I'm excited as
It's a
shit for
big
that.
band album. I'm stoked, and obviously Judgment. Then that's sick.
Yeah.
Everything comes out on Tuesdays except in movie theaters. Then they typically come out Fridays.
Yeah.
I like the Gears games, but I feel like the story just keeps going further underground. It's like,
What?
where are they
Like
gonna
literally?
Yeah, literally. Where are they gonna take it? Are they gonna go into the Earth's core next, or
Well, that
is
was-
there
that
an
was,
even
like, the first
bigger
game.
bug underneath there? So, yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
caught
but
up with it for a
this
while.
has nothing to do with the. It's not. Oh my
Oh.
god, I just forgot his fucking name.
Marcus.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's
what
not
is wrong
Marcus
with me?
anymore.
No, it's Baird.
It's.
Oh,
Who
Yeah, it's a prequel.
I'm excited about because I used to occasionally have short bleached hair and stuff like that. So Baird was always
Every
my
podcast
guy.
I've been on is
did you talk like him?
immediately
Smart ass.
verged to Gears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I thought I still did, but yeah. So I'm excited about that, and Gears is my favorite shit anyway. So what I was thinking about it when I was kind of half asleep on the bus today, and the sort of Halo Kill-tacular or some shit like that.
Road trip.
What I really hope that they do in Gears is something is if you get 10 kills in a row, it's judgmental.
Mental. I love every time I play geeky moment, but every time I play SWAT on Halo, I can't help. Just instinctively, I have to say what the guy says because he has such an awesome voice. SWAT!
I wanted
He's
to.
so into it.
I wanted to get vocal samples of that and
Yeah.
use it in like
Use it
a
for your
track
phone?
or something. Like put it in like a song.
Oh, yeah,
Like
that'd be
DJ
fun.
A Halo
or
remix.
something.
Yeah, we used to talk about like who would win out in a voice-off between the Halo guy and the Far Cry guy, because the Far Cry guy's got like so much like from Far Cry 1.
I have only
Yeah,
seen
what
the
about
third
the
one.
zombies guy too? He's pretty funny.
What from
From the new one actually, he's even funnier in the new one. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
he yells out like
Zombies.
insta kill or when you get a nuke, it's like cop boom.
Oh yeah.
those things? Imagine like being that voice artist that has to does all that shit. Jesus Christ.
Does
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Guzzle
does
all
I've
the
had
flavors.
2 beers.
Yeah. Or in the old one, it was the American and the Russian, and they just say the most ignorant shit ever. I can't even remember all of them now.
Man, some voice artists are like the most retarded people you'll ever have to deal with. Like, because we had voice acting for like the first game I worked on, and it was kind of outsourced from this company in San Francisco, I think. And one of my other artists like went down and was like the sort of director for them, and he brought back the work and stuff, and they would just say shit like really weird, like the sort of like tone and pacing of it. They did not talk like people. They talked like fucking retarded aliens that had never like spoken English before, that just learned it a year ago.
Reading a script.
Yeah. And he was just like, we were like, what the fuck is this shit? And he was just like, man, I had to like force them to get it that good. He was like, I was
Wow.
dealing with just fucking retards,
Maybe
man.
they think about it too much.
I know.
Oh, the
and, yeah.
pronunciation.
It's like, we gotta go shoot those guys.
You guys ever listen to on CBC? It's Stuart McLean.
Yeah.
He always pronounces the wrong syllable
Yeah.
in a sentence.
I wonder
Oh my
like
God,
where that
that'd be
shit
so
comes from,
annoying.
because
Some
some
it
people-
for good stories.
He's funny most of the time.
like what makes people do that? Where they kind of have
Stands
an
out, makes
accent
you
of their
remember.
own, like fucking like Jack Nicholson or Christopher Walken. It's not where they come from. Like nobody fucking.
Well, how
talks
do you
like
know
those
that
guys.
though?
Well,
Isn't
Might be
it?
a
Their their family is like,
Mom, pass the salt. I just passed you the pepper.
welcome
Get
to
off
our
my back.
town.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's like
That'd be
it's hinted
awesome.
that it's a New York accent, isn't it? At times, it's like
I don't know.
hinted
Like
that-
he's I just assume that he's kind of
Walker.
supposed to be
Yeah.
Well,
like
it's
he's
not
from
even
New
the
York.
accent, it's just the pacing that he has.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The pauses.
It's his
that
brain
he takes.
processing the
Just
words.
don't-
That's his
Yeah.
thinking
Work.
power.
Yeah.
It's like
Makes him
Tetris
unique,
in
I
his
like
head
that.
with words. It's like
That's such an
because he's
awesome way to
trained as a
describe
dancer.
it.
Yeah, that's a very good
words
analogy.
He
hit
thinks
different
differently.
spots. You know,
Could be.
Yeah.
he doesn't even know what's happening. He's,
Yeah.
it's just waiting.
It's
for
just
that
like
word to
yeah,
fall.
he knows the word is coming, but he's trying to figure out
Yeah,
how to say it.
That's really all it is the pauses. He's like, I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
You had to think about that.
Yeah, you gotta think of a line that he's.
Yeah, maybe
known
he's
for.
retarded and nobody's like, ever had.
Everyone's ever called him on
Oh,
it?
your accent's so cute.
Super.
That
rich
is
now.
like maybe there is a condition where it's like it's basically you're not like mentally handicapped or anything like that, but it's like a delay.
It's
where
no,
Speech
that's, it's
impediments
probably
before.
it all probably all stems from like a character.
that like you
Yeah,
think
maybe
he
he
just
pushes
did
it.
one
He's just a
time.
method actor.
Yeah, especially because
and
he's so
gone
old.
nuts.
Like when you look at movies and shit that are like a lot older, they would act more dramatically. Like
Yeah.
like when you look now, you're like, this is so like stupid. Like no one actually ever acted like that or spoke like that, and it
Yeah.
was because it was for like the drama of like
Mm.
the.
It was to
They
make
had
it
the
because
extra.
it was more about
So,
entertainment.
yeah, so
than
he probably
realism.
like just kind of had this like kind of character, and it just evolved and
But we
stuck.
should find like I want to see like the very first movie he was ever in and see if he actually spoke
I think
like
Yeah,
that.
see,
Oh,
the
I'm gonna look
yeah.
at
Because I
years
wonder
right
also
now.
because you know how directors will ask you know you have to change your accent or you have to act differently. I wonder if anybody's ever said, "Hey, can you talk normal?" Please?
Yeah.
Before Christopher Walken was Christopher, like the cool walking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, before
Yeah,
they hired
because
him for
in
that.
But like,
Has anyone-
has you ever like he comes in and you're like, "No, can you just speak normal, please?"
Hello.
Has
sir.
anyone ever
Please
seen
have
King
a
of New York?
beverage.
Yeah.
I don't think he really did that.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't as like hardcore.
He still
Walken.
has like that, yeah, that accent, but he wasn't. It wasn't like that pause.
Maybe
and-
that's the.
What I love about
fake.
that, what I love about that movie is, what's his name? Morpheus.
Yeah.
Fishburne?
Yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
talks
he
like
was
that
in
all the
that.
time, though, too.
Have you guys seen Seven Psychopaths?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck, that is awesome.
I really liked it. I like.
good.
I
like
wanted
all
to
those
watch
I
it
guys.
love
immediately after. I hate Colin Farrell, but he nailed it in that.
Who's the guy? The
My-
guy, the crazy guy in there.
Sam
I
Rockwell?
love that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the shit. He was really
Well, there's
good
a
in like
couple of
stuff like
crazy ones.
Moon.
Moon
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
so good.
And
I love that movie.
one thing that I like kind of put him on my
Holy
map was Galaxy Quest,
Oh, okay.
where he played like the red shirt, and he was just like, oh, like, do you guys know what that movie is?
No, I've never
Yes.
seen
So-
it.
I'm gonna try and
Tim
pick it
Allen?
up
Really?
on the cover.
Yeah.
Tim
That's
Allen, yeah.
It's like
yeah,
a
I know what it is, but I.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a
Wasn't that
parody of
terrible
Star Trek.
movie?
What the?
I like it because I like Star Trek and stuff. And
His
kind of making
first
fun
credited
of
thing was from 1953.
He's
that. Holy shit, Walken?
super
Yeah.
old.
Man.
Wow.
TV
He's gotta be
series,
70
the
or
wonderful
something.
John
Yeah,
Acton.
he's probably older than that.
Yeah.
Michael Caine turned 80 yesterday.
Oh,
Whoa.
I'll tell you his age in 2 fucking seconds.
You can imagine, like you're saying, if it's his real accent or not, but he could have been auditioning for a role like that, and then he got the role, and then somebody
He
called
just
him
turned
like,
70. Or no, he will
Nailed it.
turn March 31st. He's turning 70.
Well,
Walken.
well, yeah, so he's been around long enough that he knows this is his moneymaker. But the first time he did it, thought it would be like a great into the industry. Then the second time he goes in for an audition and he does his normal voice, and the director's like, "Who the hell is that?"
He's speaking way
I
too fast.
actually heard something that it can't be true, like to this date, but maybe it was for a certain amount of time, that he never turned down a role that he got offered.
Really?
Oh, for sure. I'm sure a lot of actors.
He's
like
been in a
that.
lot
Yeah,
of
like
shit.
fucking
Lot of artists
Samuel L.
like that.
Jackson.
His
He's
character
in
has been-
everything.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's been in a lot of bad movies.
And he's always
been in a
Samuel L.
lot of
Jackson.
fucking movies.
Oh yeah,
All
he always
actors
pops
go
up
through
in
bad
things. Like
movie
he'll be like,
phases.
"And Samuel L. Jackson," and he just
Yeah.
he just walks across the screen or
I
something.
love
like,
I
"Who's
love the
boss,
Family Guy
fool?"
episode when they acknowledge that when Brian's directing porn, and they go to visit him on set. They don't know that he's directing porn. They think he's directing like regular movies. And Chris is like, I wonder if Samuel L. Jackson's in it. He's in everything. And then the scene cuts, and the director's talking to him. He's like, all right, now Samuel, when you get around that.
That's awesome.
You can't really name an actor or actress that hasn't done a bad one, though. Even
Yeah,
the
that's
best
true.
of them, really. You think about it.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
I-
like the first thing that pops in my mind is Daniel Day-Lewis, because he's only done like
He
fucking
hasn't
5
done that many
movies.
movies.
No, he did that fucking 9 thing.
What? I don't know.
I
what
never
that is.
watched it. It was like a musical.
It came
or
out, yeah, it was like a
something.
chick flick
Oh,
musical from
yeah.
like 2 years ago.
Right.
But he's still like
And he-
to a T that
Well,
guy.
who's actually watched it though?
I haven't.
I yeah, I've seen pieces.
My dad said that just at the Oscars. I think he kind of dissed it. He said something about, so I don't know. He said something about like,
He's like
Is that
embarrassed
like a
about it.
mistake?
and then because I used to work at HMV, and I IMDb'd him while I was working there just because I was like, I just want to watch like every fucking movie he's been in. And there's a few that I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna watch.
Yeah, he had
this.
to start somewhere, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
he didn't
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
start.
Well,
But
the first
you know someone who's actually got a pretty good rap is Ryan Gosling as well, who I'm a huge fan of lately.
Yeah.
I want to see
He was
Gangster
good in
Squad.
Drive. He was a good.
He
good
And
was,
I-
but he's also just like a vessel in which like these good things are projected upon him.
Totally.
Have you seen the trailer
I think
for his
so.
new one?
No,
Gangster
but he-
Squad?
No, the Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh no, I haven't.
But like
I've
he
seen the
kind of
poster
plays the
for it.
Looks
same thing. Like
wicked.
he's just awesome
Which is like quiet,
looking.
doesn't really say much.
Yeah, like he's
You
just
wouldn't know. He wasn't
kinda
mysterious
looks
no.
like
dude.
a-
He was
that's
not like
what
that
it
at all in
is.
Gangster Squad.
Yeah, but he
Not
started
at all.
in.
He was like the loudmouth, cocky, didn't give a shit
I just
guy.
can't
know
watch
what?
I wouldn't
Gangster
say
Squad 'cause
loud
the title
mouth.
sucks.
Huh?
Gangster
Yeah.
Squad.
It's like the worst title.
I liked it.
I've
It
heard.
was-
It's like an
Yes.
homage to old shit, right?
I thought it was
Yeah, it's
fucking
just,
sweet. It
like
was.
the Untouchables.
It was definitely
Yeah.
cinematic in the sense that there's like there's a part where they milk out 2 guys shooting each other for like 5 minutes, and they're like 10 feet across from each other with machine guns, just like slow mo, like, and
That's
neither of them hit each other.
embarrassing.
But it's still, it was just like fun to watch it. You're just like, I don't know. I still like the movie.
I
I thought it
It
was,
was
gonna be
fun.
like the back and forth shoulders, like somebody
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
back in the day got shot and they just went like this,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, and then they're like,
Oh,
"That's how
right,
you're
yeah.
gonna die in the movies now."
Yeah, from now on.
So everybody makes
You get blown back. Whoa.
It's just like
No,
You know
have
what
seen
I-
it?
what?
Gangster Squad?
No, I
No
know.
one's seen it?
I saw it. I liked it.
I know they.
I
had to
like the
remove
part
that
when he
scene.
fucking decides to go to join the squad. I don't
Yeah.
want to say it without ruining anything, but when
Oh,
he goes
okay.
up
No
to the dude on
spoilers.
the street, he's like, "You can't shoot me, I'm a cop." He's like, "Not anymore." And just
Oh, that was
blasts
that was in
the
the
trailer,
trailer.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said it. But
Not
when
spoilers,
it
yeah.
actually happened in the movie, when you see why it happened and everything, I was just like, "Yeah, I got a boner."
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gus-
I
was
think
cooler, though.
he's good, but maybe disproportionately.
Who's that guy? He's in Looper.
Joseph
Oh,
Gordon-Levitt.
I always hated him, and then
And that movie is fucking awesome.
yeah,
I
think
am one of the few
Sweet as
people who
hell.
liked it. I thought
what? I've never met someone that didn't like it. That's
Oh,
like in my.
You didn't like
What,
it?
Looper?
no, I know a lot of people who didn't like it, but I really
Really?
liked it.
I
I thought
that movie is
like
so
I,
sick.
people
I
are
never
stupid.
considered the fact that
It's
Bruce
in my
Willis
top
had so many
10, I
like
think.
subtle
Really?
character
Definitely
kind of
top 15.
mannerisms. But
We're talking about
Joseph
Looper,
Gordon-Levitt, he called attention to all
It
of
was
them
tough to
and just made it
watch,
perfect.
almost.
Yeah.
He had this calm smugness
Like
that
Bruce
only
Willis.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis had.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
nailed it.
such
And
the
that
makeup
face
is
prosthetic
nothing.
in it.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
Yeah.
so crazy.
But
Like,
it-
it looks,
I always
it looks
hated
so
him
weird.
I
growing
thought
up.
so, yeah.
The face prosthetic didn't do enough. Like his attitude was most of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's like almost like just one side of his
Oh,
face is
guest
thicker or
appearance.
something. There's
whoop.
room. Actually, I'm trying to get a hold of him I'm trying to get him to be a social media ambassador for a showcase this year for the NFPD program. So I'm gonna be shooting or I have a video actually. I'm sending him of one of the creative directors. I'm trying to get him to because he's got hitrecord.org. You guys heard about that at all?
No.
It's like an entirely collaborative media website, and you upload your work, and it's kind of like mix and remix. And he has like full rights to it, but also he'll credit you and pay you if it does make money. It's awesome too because he has this video that says all of his terms, so you don't have to read a ton of legality stuff.
Yeah, that's
and he
nice.
makes you watch it before you enter the site, and it's like totally
That's
open
what it is.
source.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really neat, and that's his focus. You ever see him in events? He's got that red button on his suits, never goes away. That's his main focus. Like movies is. He's just lucky to be in movies,
Wow.
but he's mostly ahead of that.
man, you guys make me feel like I'm so unplugged from the whole world. Like I don't
Oh, I'm
follow
I'm
shit.
still-
I have, yeah.
What it
I,
is, it's just different people are plugged into different
Exactly.
things. No one
Yeah.
For
person's
sure.
plugged into it all.
I
You
try to
can't expect
stay
to be.
away
You didn't
from
know?
the media.
That's the
I try to stay away from like pop culture. We actually
Yeah.
talked about this before,
Were you
like
guys
just
talking
around the
about Justin
pods.
Timberlake?
It was Justin Timberlake is the
Huge.
shit. No, but like whenever I'm like
Fucking
at
hate pop
like
culture.
checkout at like the grocery store or something, and I see one of the whatever those fucking magazines are that have
Weekly
idiots
Yeah.
on them. Yeah, and I look and
Update.
if I don't know anyone on the cover, I feel like I beat the system. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, I'm not trapped. I don't
Yeah,
know any
that-
of you. Like,
that is
why-
like my.
there is no reason why I should know who the fuck Justin Bieber is,
Or
but
Kim
I do. I know
Kardashian.
exactly who he is.
Well, some things you can't help.
I can
but
even
know.
hear like a
Yeah.
song or two. I'm like, oh, that's fucking Justin Bieber. So why do I know that?
Like-
I'm pretty sure
It's
I've
not in my
never.
life.
6 months before I heard a song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like I still haven't ever heard a Justin Bieber song. I'm not sure.
I know
Probably
he
have.
sings
Yeah,
Baby,
no,
like,
the-
6 times.
I probably thought it was a
Yeah.
chick singing. That's why.
What is it?
Yeah.
Spamming your inbox now.
Like, yeah, that's one thing. It's like you don't need to hate him. Just
Bieber.
he's a different demographic. He's
Oh, for sure he is.
14-year-old girls. Let him have
And
it.
50-year-old women. No,
That-
there's
okay.
something fucked up. Like, my sister's like Justin Bieber, and I'm like, you guys have no taste.
Your sisters are 50.
Yes. No, they're younger than me. But
I don't
I
think
don't
it's so
know.
much the
Like,
attraction as it's like
it's
he
fucked
made
up that-
$50 million in a year. Anybody.
But what the fuck does that say about our society? Like, seriously.
Well, yeah,
About
Yeah.
anybody.
we highlight
There we
these
go.
media jokers instead of like actually talented or
Yeah.
intelligent people.
Like,
Well, okay, if you're gonna go down that road, Bieber is at the end of the list of people you could remove because there's
Oh, fuck yeah.
Kesha, there's friggin' Kardashian, the whole family.
oh, all those things.
But if you look at it, I mean, I know they all do charity and stuff, but I'm gonna out myself a little bit as like a Bieber supporter. But not musically. He's turned into a bit of a douche lately, but he actually does so many good things.
So talented.
No, yes, super talented. Well, he does.
Like, I
though,
would be
like-
considered a charity goddess if I had shit tons of money because I would give shit tons back.
Well, right, so everybody says that, but I think he's actually one of the few people that literally does.
But
He
most
spends-
celebrities do.
No,
No, but here's another thing: is there's a lot of celebrities out there that don't give a shit if they publicize it. There's a lot of people who are giving money away without
That's true.
publicizing it.
Yeah.
So what does it say about Bieber that he is like doing things so other people know that he's charitable?
I don't think he gets publicized for it mostly. I think he
Then
gets
how do you
publicized for
know
being a
about
dude
it?
because I actually
Because
followed
he's a
him a little
Bieber,
bit.
Bieber
a
lover.
Lieber.
No, like
Believe it.
if you watch his doc, and I defend this actually, if you watch his documentary,
How
There's
does
a
he have a documentary
Uh,
out already?
but
Like,
his
you have to
documentary
know
is-
it's like
life.
2 years
his
old
documentary
already.
follows like the years where he wasn't an idiot and he had good people around him, and now he's been let loose with his money because he's a
Hasn't he
teenager
been
still.
only around for like 3 years?
Oh, no.
I said this like 2 years ago. I said I was like,
He's
I
like-
can't wait till he's like
Gone.
19 and he's actually just like a young
people's
adult with
Oh,
a
no,
shitload
yeah,
of money
he's
who's an
losing
idiot.
his
I was like,
mind,
he's gonna
yeah.
be so fucking
He
stupid.
used to have values, but no, he. like that video came out a long time ago, but
Let's
he
talk about
started in
Selena
like,
Gomez now.
yeah,
Enough of this shit.
he started in the YouTube phase. Like actually, you can transition it into. He was like
Well, no,
part
I know
of the big
the
YouTube,
history of him.
but actually maybe YouTube might even have a bit of more success now because of his success off of it. People think they can get.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
got
the point-
Friday.
The point I was trying to
Yay!
make is
This
I
is
don't
the last
understand.
episode of the podcast, and it's a Bieber cast.
Sorry, yeah. No.
Are you
Like a couple times ago, when I was in Vancouver, I went to like a comedy club with my girlfriend, and I just, was checking my smart glass on my phone, and it still connects. Like it tells me what my Xbox is doing from Vancouver, like in Calgary. And I was like, oh, like my
What is
Xbox
your
is playing.
doing when
Justin
you're not?
Bieber.
Well, I'm staying with my mom while I'm in Calgary, right? So she was watching Netflix, and I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
she's watching the fucking Bieber movie, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Actually, sharing Netflix with your mom
that is not my
just
mom.
you just ask for it.
Back to work.
You literally ask for it.
Thanks for coming,
It's
Calvin.
been a blast.
Man.
You literally ask for it, though, when you share your Netflix account with somebody else. It's like the suggestions are going down the drain the minute you do.
Yeah, well, I don't actually own my own Netflix account. My friend bought it, and he gave me his account because
Yeah.
you can have it on 8 devices, right? So,
Right.
What?
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought
so
it was only 2 screens at a time. Are they lying to me?
no,
That would
well,
make more sense.
I think maybe
Did you
like
know
you
that
maybe
it
edit
automatically
maybe
sets
edit.
it to the poorest quality?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I just
I've seen
learned that like
and if you
a
maximize
month ago,
it,
and I was so happy when I learned that. I
how do
could
you
make
change
it.
those settings?
You just
I
go
wish I
onto your
knew.
account online, and it's just one of the options is like picture quality or some shit like that.
But if
And
you
then you go to it, and then it's just like poorest quality, whatever.
I find mine is based on just like the sort of like how it's handling the buffering because
Well, that's
start,
definitely
it'll
it because when you have it on like the better the quality, I think there's 3, maybe 4 options. The more bandwidth it uses.
yeah.
Did you know though, like you have like a certain bandwidth that you can like? This is why I'm happy when things are like the lowest quality because if you can go over a certain bandwidth with your TELUS account, they charge you for the more
lot.
things that you download.
Yeah.
So like even streaming movies, watching things on YouTube, like all those things, like you think that they wouldn't take up that much space, but like there's 4 of us and we have 500 gigabytes, and
Ooh, yeah.
it's still just like
I've
not
heard that.
enough because people are downloading movies and content, watching movies and stuff like that. I don't
is
know.
there actually a cap
I've
on
been
that now
blasting.
per internet
Yeah.
provider?
Yeah.
I think so.
Every
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they weren't allowed to get away with that
No,
because
they
they
are.
were going to be
No,
like
they
screwing
are.
us out of a ton of
No.
usage on it.
Everyone, even if it doesn't say
Especially
that
now
there
when
is,
they
there
get that
usually
high, like
is.
500 gigs for like a household or one
Yeah.
residence. Like that's a shitload of data.
Yeah, it is a lot of data.
Yes, but
it just
like-
depends on like what
It's a lot of
you're
HD
using
porn.
it for.
Yeah.
I'm doing
it's
a
ton of
lot
HD
of
porn.
uploading and downloading for my course stuff, and it's all heavy data, like lots of big files and stuff. So I'm probably hitting stuff. I don't know, like where do I
Just
find
check
that?
your
I think video
TELUS
is probably the
bill.
biggest one. Streaming video and stuff is
Yep.
huge.
Yeah.
Or check
High
your
quality.
bill and see what your limit is.
I usually don't stream anything.
I find it funny now they're sending you like notices. It's like you torrented something bad.
I know. I got
What?
like the
Yeah,
abuse
someone-
Really?
TELUS. Like I
Yeah.
got the
I
abuse
torrent
TELUS
shitloads of
letter.
stuff.
Except for I've noticed that it's only for movies, and like my roommate fucking downloaded Gangster Squad, and it's not at a theaters yet. And if it's not at a theaters,
Did it have the Chinese subtitles?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I just did that with
But
fucking.
I got the letter, and it's only been for movies that have been.
So
that are
wonder if
still
so
in
TELUS
theater.
is one that said.
I wonder if
Yeah, I
they
got
can't
it.
do
Downloading
anything
illegal
about it,
shit?
but it's just a scare tactic.
Well,
to be
that's-
like,
yeah.
Oh, we know we're
Well,
watching.
no, it
Zero Dark
says
30.
it's-
That's the one that I just got. That's still. It's still
Yeah,
in
because
like
it's
2
still in theater.
theaters.
You
It's
might
just
get it.
incriminated himself on video.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Few
it's
times.
not me. It's my IP
It's well,
address.
it's
But
Canada.
they even say this.
It's not
Good
me.
disclaimer.
It's my,
Yeah.
Someone hacked in and
It's not me.
downloaded
My
shit.
mom's a fucking torrent pirate.
She is the pirate base.
She
Well,
is the pirate.
So Canada's
Because-
got like looser values on this stuff right now. But what happens
Yeah.
when they bring it in? Is there going to be some kind of like torrent witch hunt? It's like you did it once, so you're going
Well, I
down.
think
Whoa.
there's been a lot of discussion about that, but
Yeah,
it's not so
the
much
The only
the
time I
downloaders.
ever
They're
really
gonna, they're gonna go
download
after the
anything is when I
uploaders.
Yeah,
can't.
because well, that's all
Because they're the ones
people
making
that
it
can.
accessible,
Yeah, because
right?
they're
It
the
makes way-
dealers.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you go after
Um,
the drug users as opposed to the
Yeah,
drug
they're
dealers?
gonna
Yeah.
get all the
Well,
downloaders
just
to
an
make them
example.
snitch.
I make myself feel better. I never downloaded torrented it. I only have it. It's like
Yep.
he
I
dropped it on the
I
street
only-
and I picked it up.
I only download shit
Yeah.
when I can't get it anywhere. Like I wanted to go see Zero Dark 30 in theaters, and there's only left in like 2 fucking theaters, and that were 2 that I'd never heard of. So they're obviously
Yeah.
nowhere near my house. So I was like, "Fuck it."
I
I'm
heard
just
it was a
gonna-
good movie,
I
but I
only
was
do it when I'm
wicked.
lazy and don't want to do anything. So
I feel like that's a
then I just go to my
hashtag
computer in the
American
other
movie.
room.
Actually, no.
I hate paying
I
for
do
going to
with
theaters.
TV
I hate
shows
it.
quite
I
a
will
bit
not
See,
do
I
it.
like-
Well,
what
it's
if
your
Just
pay
because I
for
don't
movie
agree
They're
with
so few and
iTunes
far
prices
between.
for
Wait,
like,
what
renting
social
a TV
experience of
show.
a theater? You sit there quietly next to
But
people,
you
and then you
talk
get mad when some
afterwards.
fuckers talk 3 seat like rows behind
Okay,
you.
but who
Like
are
it's
they?
not a good experience.
Who are they?
point.
Because everybody everywhere complains about their experience with the movies. I sat in the Great Oz or whatever it is. The other day, there was an empty theater. The 3 idiots in front of me decided to be the most obnoxious morons in the world.
Oh no.
But even in full theaters, I feel like the people behind me are kicking me. But then they go home and complain about the people that were talking behind them, or the fact that
Well, what
somebody
if
was
it's
like crinkling
successively
shit.
like worse? Every person behind the person in front of them is
Yeah.
worse and worse.
Yeah.
So you get assholes behind you kicking your seat, and then like people behind them,
Them
are
are
like
talking, and
throwing
oh, yeah,
gum
we're
in their
all
hair,
assholes.
and then
We're
people
all
behind
assholes.
them
That's
are
why
like
I'd rather stay at
wrestling.
home and be an
See,
asshole
but
to
I can
myself.
sit.
Well,
Why?
it's a cool
Why
thing
am
that
I
there's
capable of
theaters out
sitting
there
there?
now that people actually have like little machines that they can like
Well,
call the.
Oh, really?
They're
Like
building
Usher or
that
whatever.
new like
Oh,
adult
the
theater
big
down
lazy boy
south,
theater.
Yeah.
which sounds
Oh, I
fucking
I've
wicked.
thought that idea
Except
was
it takes
An
like
adult theater? Do they serve beer?
Oh yeah, they do. That's the whole
yeah,
point.
you
of it.
can
Play
you can.
porn? 'Cause
From
that's
what I've
adult
heard, is
theaters.
you
Oh,
can
yeah, that's
order
different.
meals
Yeah.
at like your seat.
So it's like a dinner theater with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
lazy
and I
boy.
think you have to be like 18 to go there. Or
That's
something
awesome.
Yeah.
like
That's a
that.
great idea.
Just
See,
because
but
you're
once
Sounds
again, I'd
fucking
just rather stay at
fantastic.
home on my comfy couch with a blanket, and you can pause and play.
No, I like theaters.
See, but
Going to
I
see a
also-
movie in theaters is like going. It's okay. It's not quite as good as this, but it's like when you go see music live.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I only.
But it's not a,
The only
no.
movies I
You,
wanna see
that
are, like,
comparison would be a
big
play.
action
And a movie.
bombastic movies like
Yeah.
that.
Two
I'm not going to
different
watch a
things.
drama in a theater.
You're gonna
No,
go see
I'll fall
I
asleep.
prefer to watch the action ones.
I
I
fall
like the
asleep lots of
sound.
times in
That's
theaters
my
watching,
biggest.
The
like,
only movie
Chef
I
Flip
liked in
movie.
theaters was
Yeah.
The Artist. That movie was such a theater movie.
I don't
The Artist?
see that.
Artist, like that was a movie. You
I
had
actually
to
No,
see
like
that
Strong
I
movie.
saw
of
The
it.
Dark Knight in IMAX.
Yeah.
Yep.
And man,
I wouldn't wanna
the
watch it
fucking
any other
bass would
way.
make my balls rumble. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and like Avengers in 3D
Yeah.
and like Dark
Yeah.
Knight
the
Rises.
one, the new place that's up in the Beacon Hill, that one theater that's in the Beacon. Or not, why do I always call it Beacon?
Why are
It's
you
a
shaking
different
your head?
area.
Balzac.
Balzac. Balzac.
Balzac.
You know, how many
Yeah,
times did you go see it?
And there's
go see a
two.
movie?
There's like, yeah, it's
And,
like
like,
there's
theaters are
10
like
spots
corners.
left, and you're with
Yeah.
like 3 people, but they're all separate, and you're just
Oh,
like,
and it doesn't matter how early you try to get there. I mean, anything happens. You hit traffic, hit other shit, whatever, and you get there, and the last fucking seat's right in the front row. Like I saw, what was it, Mission Impossible 3, and I was dead center front row.
Fuck.
Straight up at a fucking 60-foot tall Tom Cruise. who's
why
only
do they even?
6
Yeah.
The dream
Yeah.
came true.
Yeah. Fuck, I walked out of that theater and like I was walking like this for like a week.
Yeah, I don't even
Like,
understand
oh.
why they have some of those seats. Like
Jack
doesn't make
Reacher would be
sense.
believable then.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be like 6'4".
But he's like 5.
And Monster.
5?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's short.
maybe.
I
yes.
actually really liked Jack Reacher. I thought it was kind of like
I haven't
his.
seen
It was
it
almost
yet.
like his take.
I wanted to. I thought it looked.
His-
I like those kind of movies, but fuck,
His
is he
Hobbiton
ever a
take of
jerk
Jack
off?
Reacher.
Yeah.
Huh?
His Hobbiton take of Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Apparently, The Rock was being considered for it originally because
Uh-huh.
he actually is Jack. My dad was really pissed about this because he used to read the comic books or the graphic novels the guy used to write, and he swore that he'd never let movies ruin it.
Oh, really?
And then they go and hire 5'0" Tom Cruise for 6'4" Jack Reacher with like palms the size of
That's how tall I
mailboxes. Yeah, you should have been Jack Reacher.
Well, yeah.
I want to try it out. Didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
The Rock was a little bigger. If you've seen him lately, he's kind of gross.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
fucking
he's-
huge for like G.I. Joe and shit, right?
Why and that other one with Mark Wahlberg where they were
Yeah.
like weightlifters?
Oh yeah, I really want to see that because
Kinda
isn't
looks
that like
funny.
Coen Brothers or something?
Oh, might
Is
be.
it?
Really?
I think so.
That seems like a weird combination.
Coen
Wait,
Brothers make
the-
weird movies.
No, maybe it's no.
Yeah, there's no way The Rock and Mark Wahlberg
It's-
are starring in the next
I
Coen.
like
I think it's
Wahlberg. I like
Michael
his angry
Bay.
eyebrows.
Yeah, that's
makes
so
sense.
evil.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember just like thinking that it was kind of weird. Like I was instead of like this big.
Brothers and Michael Bay.
I don't know. I remember I thought it was weird because it seems like it's a movie that neither of those guys would do, but like especially Michael Bay because I think his usual fucking Armageddon Transformers stuff, and then he
Yeah.
just did like a
Victoria's
weird movie about
Secret.
weightlifters and stuff, and I was like, I still want to see it. I ain't got no problem with. Well, I went really southern there. I ain't got no problem with Michael Bay, but yeah, I like his movies. Like fucking.
Bad Boys.
First scene of Transformers, ass in your face.
I was gonna say
What's
Some of
the
the worst
yes?
movies ever.
Megan,
What's the
Megan
Joe
Fox in the
Hansen-
jean cut shorts on the bike.
Scarlett
Yeah, that's
Johansson.
Damn.
The Island.
Yeah.
Oh, reused
I love that
footage.
movie.
That was
Really?
Reused footage
I'm
from
a-
the island in Transformers.
Yeah, that
What?
made me laugh.
So much.
Joke.
Really?
Yeah. Aircraft carriers.
Yeah, there was a car chase. No, there was a car chase on the road, and they had this like big sort of car explosion and stuff, and they reused it in Transformers 3 and just kind of CG'd in some Transformers.
Really?
in it.
Awesome.
And they used the aircraft
Recycling.
carriers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't notice that one.
It's like when they drop Megatron off the aircraft carrier or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It was the same aircraft carrier scene from
From
the
Armageddon?
island. No, not Armageddon, from the island. He used a beach or like an ocean shot, and it just had an aircraft carrier in it, and it's just scrubbed that out.
Has anyone here seen Battleship?
Yes.
I watched like the ending of it last night. It was
Hashtag
just on
Barca.
TV, and I was flipping around, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
I gotta
Is
say,
it
man,
bad?
like
5 minutes was all I needed. I was like,
I'm
wow.
not gonna deny that it's not the most amazing movie ever, but the CG in it, like
The lizards
that
are
carried
badass.
carried
Oh,
me
yeah.
through it. I was just like,
The lizards are pretty badass.
I was like, I can just watch this on mute, but it's
Well,
still nice.
Did ever why just lobbing missiles? Why not a rail gun type thing that would like
Are you talking about the
alien
ship?
shots? Like
Oh,
it's-
don't even try
it
to
tries
rationalize
it
that.
tries to
man.
sim- like-
They've got spaceships that like
You're
only
ruining the
like
movie,
float
man.
on water.
Well, but yeah, but they float exactly. But all they can come up with is like a over your shoulder throw of a bomb.
Because it's the
like-
game.
Well, yeah, what do you expect? They're trying to
Oh,
I'm
do
expecting
it's
some like
boring.
big railgun to like form at the front of the ship and just head on destroy it.
Was it
Wasn't
actually like an
it a
hour and a
checkers
half of
game?
2 ships
just like launching shit at each other? Like boom, 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 boom,
Seriously?
boom, boom,
Pretty
boom,
much,
boom.
yeah. Well, it was
Oh
like
my God.
their radars were down or something like that, so they were shooting in the dark like you play Battlefield, and
Yeah,
then they're
yeah,
like,
that was
"We
the
got a
analogy.
hit. Where'd it come from? That way."
Was it like
And it's
D5?
like-
Yeah.
Sector D5.
Actually, and
Fire
then-
No, they did do that.
He's like staring
They
straight
were
at the
tracking
ship.
it
Where'd it
from
come
like
from?
sonar on like this grid map, and it
Yeah,
was
I
They
wonder,
totally lined it
I
up
wonder
too,
who
right?
came up with this idea. It's like, you know, this really simplified board game. We need to make a huge
Yes.
action movie.
Yeah.
So the
New
final,
Monopoly.
Wait, was the
Mousetrap,
final
the
scene-
movie.
Was the final scene like it zoomed out and then you just saw 2 girls playing this game?
That
Was
that would have
the
been that would have been
entire
awesome
movie?
That
That would
actually.
have made the movie like a million.
Kind of like American Psycho it.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like 2 girls' imaginations like
Yeah.
playing
Oh,
this
it
like,
was
fucked
just so
up game.
blatant.
Yeah, it was kind of painful because I really liked that
Or
guy.
whatever.
I was like, Gambit, what are you doing? Like, you're
Well,
fucking
and
around.
after John Tucker as well. I mean,
No, John Carter.
or John Carter. Tucker. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tucker. There's too many Tucker. John
but have you seen
movies.
Savages?
No,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I do regret that actually.
I was
Actually,
a
I
big
would
fan of
watch
that. A
that.
lot of people
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Oh, there we go.
think
It's just,
John
I think
Travolta's
it's because
great.
The three-way?
the trailers hyped
Oh.
it.
Three-way.
Who gives a shit? They didn't touch each other. I would have done it. Hot as fuck.
Blake Lively.
Yeah.
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 She's kind of
Anyways,
solidifying herself
the
in the
trailers made it look a lot different. I thought it was going to be a lot more cinematic, where these 2 guys just like storm like a fucking cartel compound and just literally fuck up everyone.
Yeah, that was just like one
Where
little.
it wasn't really like that at all. They made it a lot more believable. Like
It was more.
there was a
Scorsese.
reason why those guys could go and rip them off, like when they ripped off that one
Scorsese
heist.
would
Yeah.
never make a film like that.
It was a bit more like that, like than what I think Paul. Fuck, man, I can't. It's just on Fridays. I just can't talk. But people, yeah, like you say, I think it looked like it was advertising for something that it wasn't, but it was still good.
Yeah.
But what I think is weird is like that the Kick-Ass kid was in it. I was like, whoa, that's the guy from Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see him now in Kick-Ass too. It's like, did he like regress 5 years after making Savages? Because he looks like he's fucking 14 again.
He's
It's
actually
really
British
weird.
too. He does,
Yeah, he's British.
He does Nowhere Boy. He was in Anna Karenina yeah, with Keira Knightley.
What up?
Yeah, I only ever
But
heard
he's
about
a-
that first
He's
on
like
the
a classically trained actor, and yet he's in Kick-Ass. Like that was actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I like
Just
it.
very
From
difficult.
what I've seen.
Sure.
Cuddle up. So yeah, man. Last episode, last week. Gonna miss me?
Hey Brett, you got glory hole spot.
Yeah, right behind your head. And he's not Brett.
I get
I mean,
mixed. I get mixed.
I always get
positions
you
all the
two,
time.
like-
No, I know everybody does.
That's like
They look so similar.
like I
No,
said, we took
not.
on too many early 20s white guys at the same time, and they're kind of hard
We're
to tell them
everywhere.
apart.
We just inherited the world, bro.
I thought there was a girl that was supposed to start.
Yeah, no, that's April 1st.
What? When?
Where?
She's in your
That's
group?
what I said.
Yeah,
They're
at the
just like, no,
last
it's
town.
after you
She's
go.
in state?
Last
She's
town
in-
hall.
Is
they
that
were
the
like,
other intern from
one of
England?
them's a girl, and it was like dead quiet, and one guy was just like,
That was me.
Yay.
Oh, that's April 1st.
Yeah, it was.
Another
She,
girl.
wasn't like Colin hitting on her or something?
Great.
Great.
That girl.
Okay. I gotta get back to work.
What
Okay,
time is
dude,
it?
Thanks for popping
Not
on.
here yet, is
Yo,
she?
Justin, what time is
No.
it?
It's 5.
It's time for you to keep working. Where have
Yeah.
you been? Like seriously, it's 5:40.
Oh. I stopped working at
Shit, I
5.
gotta go.
Not,
See,
No,
see,
you
doesn't
not
stop.
mentally, just physically.
hour? I'm counting.
Okay.
Yeah, we should wrap up anyways because I gotta go drink.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm not really.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not really that bad. I'm not.
That was pretty convincing.
Best word of
Sam,
the day.
just take a seat.
But it's good because I mean, how many times do you sit around and watch a shitty movie with some of your buddies and you just have the exact same discussion?
I used to do that all the time, and that's something I'm going to start doing again. Where it's like after work, I'd have friends over like for Fridays when we watch like fucking Two-Headed Shark or something, and then
Yes.
just like and
Godzilla.
instead of watching
No,
a
Sharktopus.
oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Instead of watching a good movie that like everyone shuts up and actually wants to pay attention to and enjoy the
Watch a
experiment.
shitty movie?
Yeah, watch a shit one because then you can
Like
just slam it
Attack
the
of
whole time.
Evil Bong
Oh.
3. I saw that on.
Evil Bong 3?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. It was on Shaw's Video on Demand, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So I
Just some
IMDb'd
stoner
it.
thought that was brilliant.
It's an alien bong, like kidnaps people and like takes them back to like his home
What's up
planet
with
or
this stuff?
something.
where they become eternally lazy.
I have no idea.
Huh.
That's the thing that people find their goats had been like sucked dry in the morning.
Fuck yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, so I'm ready to start my Friday after the stressful week. So let's wrap up.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
conclusion. It's all you.
What is
Thanks
it?
for not watching.
Sweet cherry